Hey guys, I know it's been a few months, and even though I haven't made a video in a while, I've still been working on the game. I have just decided to make the devlogs just a little bit more spaced out, so I can focus more on the game development and less on video editing. That being said, from here on out, I'll be making devlogs whenever I feel like a decent amount of progress has been made, rather than fit some arbitrary timeline that YouTube has pressured on me. So, with that out of the way, when I said I made some progress, I've definitely been doing some mining off screen, if you catch my drift. Let's start out with the obvious. Who the hell is this? Don't worry, the shaman character is still in the game. Not only did I implement this brand new playable character, I've also created 2 others, bringing the cast to 4 playable characters in total. If the characters were designed well, you might be able to tell what each character's playstyle is. If you can't tell, this is the warrior, this is the scout, this is the mage, and of course, the shaman you know and love. On top of animating each character, I made them all have different base stats and created 2 unique spells each character starts with. As you can imagine, this took quite a while to implement, and is probably the bulk of what I spent my time on. Overall, the most challenging part was coming up with 2 spells that not only complemented the character, but they complement each other as well. Oh wait, the spells. I might have went a little overboard since the last devlog, and ended up creating around 20 new ones. Mind you, most of these spells are actually upgrades to one another, with the majority of the spells having 3 upgrade tiers. I would love to show off all of these spells, but I want to keep the higher tier ones a surprise. So, in the gameplay, you'll only be seeing some of the weaker, less impressive ones. Moving on, if you don't remember, the shop area used to be made up of these gross placeholder tiles. Since day 1, I have always intended to swap them out, and now I finally have. I completely revamped the area for a more cozy wooden look. As for the pet seller though, he prefers to keep his livestock on the cold, wet concrete. Speaking of the shop area, I also moved the health vending machine in here, as well as replaced the mana one with this pool of magical liquid. What is this magical liquid, you may ask? When playtesting, I found that people would try and wait out their magic regen rather than fork over precious currency to refill it. Making players wait and taking them out of the action might be fine in some games, but the game designer in me needed to fix this issue. So, I removed the mana vending machine entirely and I created this liquid. When you enter into the liquid, your mana regens nearly instantly, as well as your spell cooldowns. So, you can hold on to your precious gold for now, because I'm about to give you elsewhere to spend it. Do you like getting super OP items for dirt cheap? Gacha. Do you like the intensity of risking it all? Gacha. Do you want to develop a crippling gambling addiction? Gacha. Yes, I did in fact add a gacha machine. Now, before you click off the video and think I'm another scummy dev who just wants all of your money, this only works with in-game currency that you will not be able to purchase for real money. I just wanted to make a fun, harmless game mechanic that preys on the weak and steals your coins. For those of you who have never heard of gacha in your life, how it works is it has a high probability of giving you nothing and a slim chance that it'll give you a random item that you don't already have. This also includes pets, which was a nightmare to implement, but I did it anyway just because I thought it'd be hilarious. The actual code isn't all too impressive. If you're also an indie dev, it probably works how you think it does. The arguably more impressive part is all the visual and UI work. Obviously, no one likes losing, so instead of a big "you're a loser and have bad luck" text box, my solution was just to slap a sprite on it and make you feel better by getting a neat, yet still worthless keychain. After making the gacha, I felt like the auditory feedback was severely lacking. As a side note, the game didn't even have one sound effect in it up until this point. So, I did what any indie dev in this situation would do, and I started making random noises into the mic and calling them sound effects. Honestly, out of context that is absolutely terrifying, but believe me, it seems mostly fine in the game. With a bunch of the sound effects in the game now, I've been starting to think about the music. Although, based how the sound effects turned out, I came to the conclusion the world just isn't ready for it yet. Instead, I've opted into paying someone else to do it, so if you're watching and this is something you're interested in, don't hesitate to hit me up on Discord. But that's pretty much everything I have to show you in this devlog. In all honesty, most of the time I spent working on the game went into things you can't even see, such as small quality of life improvements, playtesting, backend work, and balancing. From here on out, I can imagine most of what's left will be stuff like this, and like I said in the beginning of the video, I'll be posting mainly when I have tangible progress to show. I know not all of you are interested in the nitty-gritty, and although I'd love to talk about the amazing way I'm utilizing this list here and object pooling there, it'd make for a pretty boring video. With that being said, I really hope you enjoyed today's video and consider subscribing. It's free, it might help me pay my bills, and you can always unsubscribe if you change your mind. I promise that even if I don't post for a while, I'll still be working hard on the game, but if a few months is a bit too much to wait, I post pretty regular updates over on the Discord channel. But that's it for this video. Thank you for staying till the end, you guys are the real MVP.